Hey guys, so welcome to Teen Parents Talk. I'm just letting you guys know that this is the second time I've recorded this intro because this guy cannot read.
Okay, it's not that I can't read. I have a cough, and then with her just staring at me just gives me embarrassed, like laughing. I promise I wasn't the popcorn kid scared to get called in class. I promise that wasn't me.
Today
I'm just saying.
seems. Anyways, guys, just want to let you guys know that we had to restart this. Um, so basically, we're gonna be getting into today. Today we're going to be talking about somebody's situation. They decided to DM me on Instagram and just let us know what they're going through, and we're going to give them our opinion, our
Non-expertise advice, but
yes,
advice.
our
So,
advice from two people that are just random people that really don't know anything and don't have, like, honestly, like the best relationship either to be giving advice. We need to take our own advice. No, I'm just kidding. On a serious
facts.
note, let's get into this video. What today's situation is.
All right, so this is a question from Instagram. It says, "Hello, I've been watching your podcast. I wanted to ask you guys for advice. About 6 months ago, his sister and I stopped speaking to each other because I found out she was talking about me at work. My boyfriend confronted her and she has yet to apologize. This has brought us a lot of arguments. We have no other problems in our relationship except this one. We live together and are still very young. We are 19 years old and moved in together right after high school. I've been dating for 3 years. They have blamed me for him being distant from them and we moved in together. Now, after what happened with his sister, I haven't seen any of his family in over 6 months. I have no kids or we aren't married or anything. So I just feel insecure in our relationship since he's always been so close to his family. He has no reason to pick me. Well, I don't think it's about picking sides. It's just a scary feeling. We have missed his sister's whole pregnancy because of this, and she's about to give birth any day now. I feel guilty for him not being there for her, but I also just can't help myself and our relationship be disrespected. With the holidays coming up now, I'm worried having to spend them apart from each other because I don't feel comfortable around his family. We are still so young, and I know it's hard for him to be distant from his family, and I'm trying to understand him. But now I get jealous when anything about his family is involved. When I used to not be like this. I feel like his family doesn't take our relationship serious because I'm not pregnant or married to him, but only we know how serious you are about each other. We both just don't know how to cope with this, and we are worried about the future of our relationship. If this never gets resolved, I would already just talk to his sister, but I feel like that's enabling her behavior."
Okay, so let's get right into it. So basically, what I'm reading from that is they moved in together at a really young age. They're only 19 right now. They're just boyfriend and girlfriend. And basically, she works with her sister-in-law. Her sister-in-law was talking some shit, and it got back to her. And now she probably told her boyfriend, like, what the fuck, like, blah, blah. He told the sister shit. The sister was kind of probably like, well, if she didn't apologize, then clearly I don't think she really gave a shit
Yeah.
that the girl found out. And now I'm thinking what she's feeling is like, well, like, they're not married. So
Yeah.
it's not like he's picking, like, oh, this is my wife, or like this is the mother of my child. She just feels like I'm just a girlfriend. Like, I don't really have a strong title to hold, and it's easy for somebody just to walk out
Because of just a
because they're
girlfriend.
just girlfriend and boyfriend. Like, it's as easy as that. But and also because of how young they are, they're only 19. So I mean,
Yeah, that's very young.
that is very young. I get where her insecurity comes in, or where she feels like she's not really in a position to be that stern about not wanting to talk to them.
No, I know,
So
yeah.
I completely get where she's coming from. And honestly, from the top of my head, just going off of what we've read, I feel like she's not in the wrong at all for feeling the way that she feels, because at the end of the day, like, if anybody were to talk about anybody, if it was vice versa, I'm sure the sister would be pissed to hear that her sister-in-law, her brother's girlfriend, was talking shit about her at a workplace, you know?
No, yeah,
I think if
100%.
the sister-in-law, like, just was just like, oh, like, just talking shit, and she, like, at the same workplace, knowing that that girl works there, it's like she didn't really care. Like, you know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
feel
Like,
get
I
out
feel
or
like the
nothing.
respect is even less, because it's like, one, talking shit, that's already disrespectful, but like talking shit knowing there's a big possibility it can come back is even more disrespectful.
Yeah, and I think especially early on, like in any relationship, it's important for the like each other's family to take each other serious. That they take each other serious. It's not like you see a relationship come in and you just think the worst. Like, nah, this is just a girlfriend, or this is just a boyfriend. They might not last. But only like that girl said, only they know how serious they are about it. You know?
I just think that, okay, Because this is the thing. You could be 18, 17, 16. If you want to be with somebody and you really want to take them serious, like, I get age is like kind of like a big deal. It's like,
No,
oh my
yeah,
God, you're only
100%.
19. What the fuck do you know? But this is the this is the time to set people straight. Like, I do know what I want, and I do know this is what I'm gonna have, and this is who I'm gonna pursue, and this is who I want forever. So nobody can change that. So if you want people to take you serious, it doesn't matter the age. You have to be stern.
No,
So
100%.
I think him siding with his girlfriend, because okay, yeah, they're only girlfriend and boyfriend right now, but I think it's not only beneficial for her, but it's beneficial for himself, because it's like, okay, like, let's just say they get married, or even if they don't last together forever, like, he goes and gets married to somebody else 5 years later. Like, if he's not setting boundaries now and like, hey, don't fucking talk about my person like that. It doesn't matter if they're boyfriend, they're my boyfriend, they're my girlfriend. I'm fucking married. I have a kid. Don't have a kid. Like, engaged, not engaged. Like, don't fucking disrespect my person. Like, I
No,
love
yeah.
you. You love me. So respect me enough to not say shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that this is the time where he's supposed to set boundaries, especially if like he's so young and doing things already. Like, you guys moving out at 19. I think that's a big, big, big like round of applause. Like, that's a big thing
Mm-hmm.
to do at such a young age. And it just already shows how much more mature you two are, and the fact that his family doesn't respect that and like respect him growing up. I just think you guys need to hold your boundary strong. Like, keep on, like, no, 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 no. Don't expect the bare, don't accept it. Don't accept the bare minimum, because then they're like, expect the bare minimum basically. You
Mm-hmm.
accept it, you're going to expect it. So don't accept it at any point at all. That's what I think.
Okay, so like I understand, like I feel like we can relate to her a lot because I feel like we went through something similar. I felt there are members in my family that didn't take us serious, so it ended up leading to a situation that was horrible, and it basically like made them respect me and her, and it led me to like demanding the respect and choosing her and letting members of my family know about it. Like, hey, like I'm not gonna put up with your bullshit. I don't care if you're my mother. I
I
don't
don't
care
think
if
you
you're
were
my dad.
choosing me though. That's the thing. Like, I don't think it was like me versus blah
No,
blah,
not
or
that, but
like your girlfriend versus this, or your mom and your this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sister and this. Like,
okay,
I
no,
don't
it
think you're
wasn't like
choosing.
that.
No, no, no. Yeah, but just so like you clear it up all the way. I don't think you're choosing at all. I think you're choosing yourself.
No, yeah, because this is
Like,
a
you're,
life that I was gonna start
yeah,
that
it's
I
your
created,
life.
you
Uh
know?
huh.
And it's kind of like I need to know that like I have the respect, you know? So when I bring my woman around, there's no like any like you're your family. You're not like they don't look at you like in any sort of way, you know?
Mhm.
Like I like we like I basically demanded the respect to where like I had to show him like I'm not messing around, and I hope it doesn't lead to you guys having to do the same. And I hope his family can understand that you guys are serious. But I think it all starts with him because if you guys are not getting that respect from his side, then that means he's allowing it. Like
Yeah.
it came to a point where I couldn't allow it anymore, and my family members understood that, you know, and they
Mhm.
understood that this ain't just a fluke. Like it shouldn't have been just a fluke because we already had my daughter. So the fact that it was still occurring because I get it, we were so young,
But
we
we
were
were so
17.
young, like, yeah, it just it went from 0 to 100.
Yeah, it really did.
So I understand like where it happened, but I think like you said, like, we gave it enough time. Like, it was like a year later and shit was still happening. So it was like, yeah, like, I do think that if it's coming from one side, like if it's his side or your side, it takes that person to
Yeah,
stand up, because
that
at the
person
end of the
has to.
day, it's not your partner being disrespected, it's you being disrespected. Like, if
Yes.
my mom had anything to say about Nathaniel, I would feel like so beyond hurt, because I'd be like, wait, why are you saying that about him when I love him? Like, why
Yeah.
are you talking about him that way? Or if my sister, like that situation, if I found out my sister, or if I had a brother, was talking shit about my husband, I'd be like, or even just a boyfriend, or just my baby daddy, whatever title he held, it doesn't matter. I'd be like, dude, like, why are you talking shit though? Like, it makes no sense. Like, why talk shit? You're not with them, I'm with him. And if he makes me happy, then he makes me happy. Like, why are you talking shit?
Hmm.
And I just feel like it's more of an attack on you than attack on your person. Like, that's how you have to take it. Like, hold up, like, this is kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy, why are you not happy for me?
Exactly. What?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something after. Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
no, no, exactly. Like, cause that's exactly what it is. Like like that situation is like very similar to what happened with us.
Yeah.
You know?
And honestly, okay, look, the thing is, you don't have to cut each other off.
No.
Cause okay, with what she's saying, she's basically like, oh, I've missed her whole pregnancy. We don't talk to them anymore, like holidays. I'm not gonna lie, when we didn't talk to his side of the family, like it sucked.
It
He
really
wasn't
did.
happy. Like,
No.
and even though he wasn't happy, he wasn't like, okay, because this is the thing. He was not happy not being with his family because, of course, they have their own traditions. My family does things certain ways. His family does things certain ways. And we had a kid, and he wanted her to experience both of our sides. We don't celebrate Christmas Day. We celebrate Christmas Eve. They celebrate Christmas Day. Like, they wake up in the morning and they're like, oh my God, gifts. We open gifts Christmas Eve. So like he was like, hey, I miss this, like my family used to do this. We used to do that. Like, holidays weren't the same for him. And since he wasn't genuinely happy and he was hurting on the inside, they weren't the same for us. Like, I
No,
found that we
yeah.
were fighting a lot during holidays because he was just hurt, and I was more like, oh my God, like, come on, like, Addie, like, come on, you just put on a fucking brave face. But at the end of the day, like, he's only human. Like, you could be 20, 30, 70, 60. Like, you love your family, the family you came from, the family that birthed you, the family you grew up with. Like, you love them so much. And so I understand where she's coming from, saying that, like, oh, like, I don't feel very secure. Yeah, because when you take some, like, not take, because you don't take somebody when they
Hmm.
come out of their little natural habitat, their little,
No, it's where they came from. You know?
yeah, where they came from, they're obviously gonna miss it. They're
No,
obviously
yeah.
gonna want to go back. And if you're saying like his sister was pregnant, like, I know damn well he would be so like sad to miss his sister being pregnant because of an argument.
Yeah, but then like, no, yeah, because of the argument, but at the same time, like I'm like, and when that whole situation happened, like I was just mad at the fact that they did that to me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So for that guy, not that I know what he's feeling, because I mean, I don't know, maybe he feels a different type of way, but I'm just saying, like, I would think he'd be feeling like he's not mad because like his girlfriend's like not the reason why everything's going on. It's the fact that that's his family's true color showing, and
Yeah.
that's the toxic right there, you know. So like, it sucks, but my boy, that's your family's problem. Because that was
Yeah.
my family's problem, and it took a lot for me to acknowledge, like, damn, maybe like my family isn't what I thought they were. At least in the
Yeah,
beginning,
in the beginning, yeah. No, because like it was a big jump.
it
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
big jump.
But like him, okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, because her saying like, "Oh, I'm insecure about this." Yeah, you have to really take yourself out of it and notice that like it's not necessarily about you.
Because you could
Like,
have been anyone.
yeah, like, yeah, you exactly. You could have been anybody, and it could have happened. He could have had a girlfriend like later or before you, and this would have kept occurring.
Exactly, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so that's a really good one. I didn't realize that. Yeah, but it's like it's not about you,
Yeah,
and in the most nicest way possible. It's not about you
it's just
because
the girlfriend
you don't
figure.
have any problem. Like, yeah, you didn't
Yeah,
do anything.
you didn't
Yeah,
do
that's
anything.
really smart. Yeah, you didn't do anything at all. So I think you should completely take the blame off yourself and not feel so guilty, because at the end of the day, the sister,
She did it to
she
herself.
did it to herself.
She really did.
Yeah,
Like, that's
and
dirty.
then if she's pregnant and stuff and she misses having him around, like, I don't understand why she wouldn't just suck it up and say, "Hey, I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart." Like, especially if you know how much like this is causing your brother to not be around.
No, yeah,
If
like,
she
I don't understand
genuinely
that.
hates you, okay, but that's the thing too. That's what kind of like frustrates me, is that like how sad, like, why would you talk shit about your sister-in-law? Like, it's sad, because it's like, in my opinion, with every like going to work and talking shit about family with randoms, like, girl, like, be so fucking for real. Those people don't care about
No,
you.
yeah, because like if she
Your
feels,
coworkers, your friends don't love you. Like, so, well, I don't know about that situation, but I'm saying that like I feel like I would put more trust into my sister-in-law than in some, like, at a workspace.
no, yeah,
Like, hey, like, blah blah, like this and this and that, like, this is what's happening. Like, why would you go talk shit? Like, you have to see it as you guys are gonna be family. Like,
no, yeah, and just for all that to come back like years later and be like, damn, I remember you used to talk shit about me. Like,
yeah, like, why
why?
do that? Like, why hurt her feelings? Like, what if that's your niece or nephew's mom?
No,
And then
exactly.
later to find, like, imagine just hearing that. Like, okay, like, let's just say like you were talking shit about your sister-in-law, and then 2 years later your sister-in-law gets pregnant, and that's your first ever niece or nephew. And then 10 years later, 15, 18, 20 years later, your niece and nephew's like, hey, my mom actually told me that you were so mean to her. Like, why were you mean to her?
No, yeah, you never
Because
know what the
kids
kids
don't
will
forget.
say.
Me,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, hell no. That person was mean as fuck to my mom growing up. Oh, fuck no. I'm gonna,
No,
like, you know what I
yeah.
mean? You love your mom. You never want to see anybody being mean to your mom. So it's like, don't put yourself in that position. Like, be smart. Don't talk shit about family that's gonna be there. I
No,
mean,
yeah.
don't get me wrong, not all families perfect, but it doesn't sound like she was a problem here if you were the one talking shit.
No, yeah. Like, exactly. So it takes a lot, like for someone to like acknowledge that their family isn't what they might have thought they were, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's important that he like addresses that and confronts it, because like to me the whole not like talking and they're all separated is because he maybe doesn't want to like confront her and like really just genuinely ask like, why did you do that? Like, why can't you accept my girl, you know?
I mean, even if he does confront her, I feel like they should have an actual
No, for real.
conversation. Him and his sister, him and his mom, him and like his family have an actual conversation instead of just ignoring it for so long. Have an actual conversation and just see what they have to say. Like, if they're just giving excuses after excuses, if they're not saying I'm sorry, if they don't think what they did was wrong, then okay, you have your answer.
And then too, did she say something, if I'm wrong, did she say something about like that he's not there anymore?
Oh, like he doesn't go around anymore, like around his family.
Yes, that's what it was, right?
Yeah.
Okay, see, and that too, like they have to understand that, like, so maybe you're the first everything then, right? Because you guys are so young. Like, that's the first serious relationship. They're for real moving out, because they
Yeah.
are they
Well.
are moved
Yeah.
out. Like, maybe they feel like in their household that you, the girlfriend figure, are taking him away, and they need to realize like that's not how it works, you know? Like, you're a man, you're meant to go start a family of your own and take care of your own. You don't see your grandpa asking for your dad, come back, Mijo, come back. Like, what the fuck? No,
Yeah.
obviously, right? So I
I
think
mean,
that's the
some
part
probably
issue
some
they
old ass
got.
people are probably still doing that though.
Okay, well, that's toxic as fuck, because that's
That's
not how it
hella
goes.
toxic.
That's not how it
Yeah.
goes. It doesn't matter. I know, like, you're like, they probably honestly do it because they probably just like miss him, but they need to accept like the whole, like, the cold hard truth of that, like, you need to leave the nest. As a man, you're gonna leave the nest. It doesn't mean that you're just gonna fucking leave and be like, this is buying and talk to you guys. Like, bro, that's not it at all, man. Like, you're
Yeah.
gonna show up randomly in the middle of the week, 2 days out of the week,
It's
maybe.
just a part of
It's just
life.
life.
Yeah, like you shouldn't want to be with your
Yeah.
living with your mom at the age of
No.
like 32, you know?
And
Like
it
your
sucks,
mom
you
and
know?
you are not going to have a kid together. Like you need to move on with your life and just like start planting your feet, like be a man.
As a guy,
And
yeah. You
even
gotta,
as a
like,
woman,
yeah,
like
woman too,
sometimes
same
like
thing.
are like if your mom, your dad or somebody's just toxic, like you just need to like push that away because they live their life.
Yeah.
They live their life. They're happy, right? Or if they're not happy, that's not your fucking problem. But now it's time for you to pave your own way. And it starts by setting boundaries. It starts by knowing what you want. It's just, you just have to go in head first and tell everybody, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You guys are gonna, I'm gonna have what I want. And if you're not gonna respect it and if you're not going to accept it, then bye. Because it's just too much. Like I think as a family, like our job, like me, once Adeline decides like, hey mom, I want to go do this, I want to go do that, it does not matter if I don't trust her, if I don't like, if I think this world is an evil place, if I think she can't do it, or like, oh my god, no, it's so expensive, blah blah blah, like you need to focus on this, you need to do that. Like it does not matter. Like if Addie one day tells me, mom, I want to move out, I'd be like, okay, where are you going?
Obviously,
Where are you going?
obviously over the age of 18.
Yeah. But that's not my job
That's not
though.
your
I
job
can't tell
anymore,
her
yeah.
no, like because then it's like that's basically me still having a hold on her. Like there's a point where you have to let your kids grow the fuck up and see the world for what it is. Cause if not, then they're gonna see that you're gonna let them grow up at 25, and it's gonna take them an extra 7 years on top of that to realize, hey, credit is actually kind of scary to play with. Hey, maybe I shouldn't trust my friends. Maybe I shouldn't co-sign on cars. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Like,
Exactly.
let them learn while they have time to fix it.
Exactly.
Instead of at an old age, you know? So, like I said, if Adeline one day tells me, hey, mom, I'm going to do this, I would be like, even if it hurts me, if I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know, like, she wants to move in with a boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. Like,
No,
did she
she's not.
not
That's it.
know?
No, it's not.
Oh my gosh, no. But for real, as parents, like if she were to tell me, "Hey mom, I want to move to Texas and me and my girlfriends we're going to get this nice house and do this and do that." I'd be like, "Okay, well like I'm going to buy a plane ticket every freaking month or I'm going to buy the house right next to you." You know what I mean?
Okay, no,
I'm
no.
gonna sell myself. No, no, but I'm
No,
saying though that
no.
like you guys,
Yeah.
what I'm saying though is you can parent from a distance.
I think the
And then
best.
wait. Sorry. Before I cut you off, because I forgot this. I read something on TikTok, and it was so spot on. It was like, oh my god, I think I forgot it.
Oh my God.
No. I'm being serious. It was something about like if you parent too hard or like okay, so if you want to be a part of your kid's life and you want to be like that mom that's like, oh my god, like my kids are over all the time for dinner, or oh my god, my kids are blah blah blah, like even if like okay, like our situation, my mom really like okay, my mom invites us for dinner every weekend, like every weekend. She's like, hey, we're doing tacos, do you want to come? For us, it's so freaking convenient to be like, hell yeah, like let's go get tacos for dinner. We're gonna go buy the soda. We'll be at your house at 5 p.m, 7 p.m, and we'll be there up until 10, 9, and we're gonna come back home and shower Addie and go to sleep. Like that's perfect. I don't have to worry about dinner tonight, and I get to spend time with my family. So I'll be like, yes, we'll go. And then the next day she'll be like, hey, we're having breakfast. I'm gonna make chilaquiles. I'm like, I'll be there 1000%. What do you need? Avocados, onions, what do you need? And she's like, okay, I need avocado, cilantro, blah blah. I'm like, okay, perfect. I'll be there. So we see my mom like every weekend. You know what I mean? Like his mom, she invited us over for like she does my hair. His mom does my hair. So we spend like the entire day at his mom's while she's doing my hair, and she'll make us breakfast or we'll take her Dutch. Like there's just things that you can do to like help your kids and also well have your kids be there often with you, but also help them in the process. Does that make sense?
No,
Like
yeah, like
you
I
can't
mean,
expect them to be over all the time.
yeah, like it's not like you need to do something like doing someone's hair in order to have your kid over. It's just a small like that's just like a small gesture that my mom offers, and her mom offers like, oh, come over for breakfast.
But it's
You
so
know, it's something
convenient
simple. You
though.
know,
Like you know what I mean though?
list the little
It's
things to
easier
get
to
you though. You know,
yeah, exactly.
that
Like
also help us a lot. You know,
it
like okay,
helps
saves us
us and
time.
it's easier for us to just
Yeah.
go versus if like just randomly being like, hey, can you come tomorrow and like let's just relax, like that's not doable.
No,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? It's not doable. Hey, we're gonna go over here and we want to like go to this crazy place for dinner. I'm like, damn, that's expensive, I can't go. Like you know what I mean? Like you just I don't know, I feel like parents, if you want to be super involved in your kid's life and you want to be there, there's like ways to do it without being super toxic.
No, yeah, just
So
invite them over and that's it. You
yeah.
know damn well where the kids are gonna stay there and talk for a couple hours. You know.
Yeah, so in the situation where she's in, if his family is feeling that type of way, like I just feel like they have to see it in a different light. Like if that's the reason why his sister was talking shit is because like, oh, they're taking my brother away. Oh, like my brother's paying for everything. Like all this like BS. It's like you have to see it in a different light. Like be
Yeah.
happy for your brother. Like be happy, but like if you miss him, then say you fucking miss him and be
Yeah.
like, hey, brother, I miss you. Like, can we all do dinner at mom's on Friday and let's all have like a little barbecue, blah, blah. There's like
No, yeah.
different ways about it. You don't have to miss somebody and then talk shit and then you're actually pushing them away.
Exactly. 100% spot on.
Okay, so if I'm going to be completely honest, I feel like that wraps up that today's episode. I feel like we've answered
No, yeah.
everything pretty spot on. I don't think that you guys are doing anything wrong.
No, I mean, like, it's simple recap. The guy has to step up, acknowledge his family for what they're doing, and not let it be acceptable, you know? Because if not, then it's just going to, like, drag on into the future. And before you know it, you're 22, 23, fucking same issue still happening. So he has to step up now, especially that he's young, because his parents probably are not thinking anything of it. Like, they probably still feel like they have a control over him because to them, he's still a kid when he's already damn near in adulthood. You know,
Yeah. Also, if
young
you guys are
man.
gonna have a kid and you guys want to get married, like it's important to just set boundaries now. Like, come on, guys.
No,
It's just
yeah, like there's just ways of accepting the new, like the new,
the new.
the new
Yeah,
new.
accept it, and
Like
that's it.
his family can't hold on to the past. He's not fucking 5, 10 years old anymore and still holding fucking mommy's hand. That's just the truth, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like not saying
He's
that.
doing a good job though. Like
Yeah.
if he's 100% with you on it, he's doing a damn good job.
No, for
If he's
sure.
super iffy about it, then I just think he does need time, and maybe he needs to hear it from another man, because it helps. I think it would help. It would have helped you at your
No, hell
age,
yeah,
like talking
bro.
to somebody that's like, hey, you're doing good.
No, hell yeah.
You're
From me
doing
to
good.
you, man. Like that's just how it is. Like I didn't have no one to tell me that. I had to like literally fucking go through whatever happened between me and my family, and fucking like deal with that depressing moment in my life. Like
Not knowing you were doing the right thing.
not knowing I was doing the right thing, but I had to do it, you know? Like I just felt like I had to do it. But it's just from me to you, like do it now, because you're gonna thank yourself later, 100%. Like don't let anyone disrespect you or your girl, you know? Because at the end of the day,
If
when
it goes both ways though,
well,
like, and
both
don't
ways,
disrespect
exactly,
his
yeah,
family either.
yeah, both ways,
And
100%.
expect the full respect, but 100%, like, I feel like it would help hearing it from somebody else,
No,
like, hey,
yeah,
you're doing the right thing.
yeah, like well, exactly, yeah. I'll tell you, yeah, you're doing the right thing by doing what you're doing. It's just like I know it makes it a lot more harder when your family is not seeing it how you're seeing it, and I know it's fucking frustrating as hell because it was frustrating for me, and I want to fucking slam them so bad. I'm being for real. Now we're all good. Now like it is what it is. They understand. It's just a new, and that's just how it is. I'm a brother. I'm a son. I can say it because you know how I am. But it's just like that's what it was, and then they didn't take me serious, and I had to let them know what it is. Like, hey, man, this is what it is. Like when it comes to you guys, I'm gonna be there for you in any way I can without making you feel guilty about doing what you're doing. You know. So if anything, like their family's fucked up for that. My family was fucked up for that, for making me feel guilty. So you know what? You're doing the right thing, man. Head up, and that's all I can say is just keep doing what you're doing. Don't let
Yes.
it be acceptable at all.
And for her, I don't think that you should kind of feel insecure. I don't think you should feel at all insecure in your relationship, because, I mean, if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. It's better for you that way, because then he's gonna go through this again and again and again
It's
and
always gonna
again.
be an issue.
It's always gonna be an issue. So you're not the odd one out. You're not the problem here. I think whoever was talking shit and didn't care to at least apologize after for being caught, it's like it's crazy to think that you would even, like, she would think that you would accept that. I think you're human, and we all have feelings, and that girl is completely wrong.
No,
So
yeah.
do not be insecure in your relationship. Put your head held up high, and just know that, like, it's not you. You're not the
No,
problem. You're not the
no, yeah.
problem.
And if they try to use that excuse as her being pregnant and her like, oh, you're not here for my baby. No, no. She did that to you guys.
Yes,
She's
she
the
did that to
reason. Yeah.
herself.
And then herself as well. She's the
Cause all,
reason.
yeah, those people, like, don't let anybody victimize
Yeah, don't
themselves.
try to let that her being pregnant, make you soft. Like, no, dude. She's
No,
fucking up. She's
we're
doing that.
all we're all
Yeah.
adults. Like, none
Yeah,
of that.
nah.
So, yeah, that's basically gonna wrap up today's episode. We appreciate everybody for watching. We appreciate everybody for sending in their little story times, their situations, because honestly, I feel like it allows us to kind of recap our lives.
No, yeah, because
And
that was some shit. Yeah,
yeah,
for real.
because that time also, we are going to be getting into this more in depth on our Friday episode, because this is where our relationship really took a big turn while having Addie.
Oh, yeah.
Is the constant fighting, Nathaniel not understanding how I was feeling, and just kind of like we were just pulling and fighting each other, like, during holidays,
Yeah, exactly.
before even deciding to split ways with his side. So yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to tune in on Friday at 7 p.m. for our podcast number 4.
Yeah.
And yeah, so bye,
Thank you guys for
guys.
watching. See you guys next.